What's up guys, thank you so much for joining me, the Indie Gamer here, back with another video. With The Crew 2 releasing this Friday the 29th of June, I took the opportunity to dive into the action and take a look at the open beta, so I can let you guys know what my first impressions are of the game. So having spent around 3 hours with The Crew 2 over the beta, I can say that I have really enjoyed what I've played so far, but unfortunately I don't think the game is without a few minor niggles. One of the issues I did encounter was that the track design was a little bit uninspired and at times confusing. With games like Forza Horizon for example, the cross-country races are always so beautifully designed and you never feel like you don't know where you're going. It's certainly not a game breaker though, and something that I didn't notice every single race, but I did notice it occasionally. The Crew 2 is a very ambitious game in many ways, offering a massive map of the whole of the United States for you to explore. Vehicles include a vast range of car classes, planes and speedboats, to motocross bikes and even monster trucks too, all of which were well balanced and handled well, with no discipline really standing out majorly as the weaker link. One concern I did have going into The Crew 2 was that it could be attempting to do a little too much, spreading itself too thinly between disciplines and in effect diluting down the overall quality of its core experience. And while I do think a slight element of this has come through in the overall game, I can confirm that I found all disciplines very solid and great fun to explore. An area where I think The Crew really does shine is the amount of freedom it gives you in general. If you're the kind of person who likes to just get lost roaming the open world, this game might just be for you. On the flip side, if you're looking for a deep racer with nuanced handling and physics, this might not be your game. But if you are just looking to have a total blast and explore a huge open world with a variety of vehicles available to you, this might just be right up your street. Visually, The Crew 2 is a beautiful game overall, but I can't help but notice at times some graphical shortcomings. Like for instance, cutscenes in between races have a very dated feel, and also some of the environmental visuals like cities and other surroundings don't always match up to the quality of the car visuals and the immediate foreground. At times I feel like The Crew 2 is a bit of a mixed bag visually. 1 minute looking absolutely stunning and then the next minute looking almost last gen. But don't get me wrong though, overall The Crew 2 does still deliver a great looking experience. So The Crew 2 is a good looking game, but how does it feel to play? Well, I'm pleased to say that the handling in the game does feel pretty nice too. I wouldn't say it's its greatest strength, as I've experienced some strange displays of physics at times, but it's certainly some great fun arcade style handling which is focused on keeping you in the race and most of all having fun. One last thing I wanted to quickly mention was that if you're into upgrades and tweaking your vehicles, The Crew 2 has you well covered. Some have been calling The Crew 2 a car PG due to its depth and scope for upgrading. The upgrade system in The Crew 2 is kept nice and simple but gives good incentive to keep coming back for more. I also found the visual upgrades very nicely done too, and if upgrades are your thing you will be well catered to. My first impressions of The Crew 2 based on 3 hours play with the open beta is that it's a very solid arcade racer with an awesome open world and a ton of things to do. The Crew 2 seems to do a lot of things well, and I would certainly say that even for all of its quirks, if you are an arcade racing fan, this is definitely a game worth checking out. Thank you so much for watching guys, I really do hope you enjoyed the video. If you do have any questions or thoughts on The Crew 2, I'd love to hear about it down in the comments section below. If you did enjoy this, it would be massively appreciated if you would hit that like button. And better still, please do feel free to subscribe if you would like to see more future videos. Thanks again for watching guys, and I will see you in the next one.